The Republic of the Philippines is a nation of 89 million people, spread over 7,000 islands to the north of Australia and east of Vietnam. The people of the Philippines are victims of great poverty. Under President Gloria Arroyo, they are also victims of state terrorism.
716 and around 130 during this year are victims of political killings. I am Congressman Joel Virador of People First Party of Bayan Muna in the Philippines.
"716 people's representatives have been killed in the Philippines. In what period of time?"
That's since 2001,
Since
when
2001.
Mrs. Arroyo assumed power after that people uprising that ousted former President Joseph Estrada. That was in 2001, and she was elected, although there was a question on her legitimacy if she really won in that election in 2004. So we documented killings, and not only killings but also political abductions. There are about 176 missing as of today because of their political belief. Those who have been killed were members of people's organizations, members of progressive political parties like People First or Bayan Muna Party, Nakpawis, the Toiling Masses Party, and Gabriela Women's Party. And there are also lawyers, journalists killed as part of students, as part of that killings. Sandali Can I answer? One of our chairpersons in Kalinga, Apayao, that is part of Northern Luzon, and his wife were ambushed at 7 a.m. today, and they're in critical condition. One student leader was gunned down this morning, and a couple were ambushed in northern part of Luzon, and they're in critical condition right now. The husband is our chair, party chair, Bayan Muna chair in Northern Luzon.
Dr. Chandu Claver and his wife Alice Claver were driving their daughters to school when their car was ambushed by masked gunmen. While Chandu and their daughter survived, Dr. Alice Claver died in hospital at 12 p.m, an hour after this interview.
They're being gunned down, you say, in opposition. They're questioning the president's electoral legitimacy.
Yes, because of the existence of a Hello Garci tape. Allegedly, the president was wiretapped by some members of the military in our country, and the president was here that she was making deals just to win in that election. So, because of the tape, many complained, and many were asking that she should resign because it is not proper for a candidate. And at the time, she was in power. After she assumed the presidency, it is not proper to be making deals with a commissioner of our commission on elections. That's one. Second, the use of government funds. The fertilizer scam, fund scam, that's around 728 million pesos. That fund should be intended for fertilizers for our farmers, but the farmers complained that no fertilizers were delivered to their farms, and there was the suspicion that the funds were used during the elections. That's the unfortunate thing, that those who are participating in this campaign are getting killed, and mostly from our members, from our organization. The government is terrorizing us, especially those who are offering alternatives for the present crisis we have in the field of economy and politics. There is now the death squad in our country.
And who does the death squad represent?
Well, we charge the military, we charge the government of this.
When we recorded this interview, 716 people were victims of political killings in the Philippines, and by the time this goes to air, that number will have passed 725.